Everyone wants the blessing, the breakthrough, the answered prayer, the platform, the moment where it all makes sense. But few want to talk about what comes before that. The years of hard work, the seasons of silence, the long nights of prayer, the constant obedience when nothing seems to be changing. Let's be real. Everyone wants the promise, but few are willing to endure the process. This is for the ones who are still working, still sowing, still praying, still waiting. Let's talk about the years of work before the blessing. There's a reason God hides you before He promotes you. There's a reason He trains you before He elevates you. Think about it. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness before leading Israel. David was anointed king, but returned to tending sheep, then ran from Saul for years. Joseph was thrown into a pit, then a prison, before reaching the palace. Even Jesus didn't begin his ministry until age 30, after living a quiet life of obedience. God hides you not to hurt you, but to prepare you, because public platforms require private preparation. If God gave you the blessing too soon, it would crush you instead of bless you. Don't despise the hidden seasons. Don't curse the silence. God is doing more than you can see. We live in a world that glorifies results, but overlooks the process. We applaud the moment someone makes it, but we forget the thousands of moments that came before. We see the stage. We don't see the sacrifice. We see the fruit. We don't see the roots, but God does. He sees every act of obedience, every time you served when it wasn't convenient, every prayer you whispered with tears in your eyes, every time you chose to do right when it would have been easier to give up. Colossians 3:23 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for people." You're not working for recognition. You're working in obedience. And God honors obedience. Let's be honest. The years before the blessing can be frustrating. You feel like everyone else is getting ahead. You see people cutting corners and still being celebrated. And here you are, doing it the right way, the faithful way, and still waiting. But listen, God is not slow. He is strategic. Galatians 6:9 reminds us, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." The proper time, not your time. God's time. If you're still in the field, it means you're still being formed. If the door hasn't opened yet, it's not because God forgot. It's because He's building something better than what you imagined. God's delays aren't denials, they're development. We think of waiting as wasted time, but in the kingdom, waiting is working. Waiting is where God sharpens your vision. Waiting is where He deepens your character. Waiting is where He removes your pride and replaces it with purpose. You want the blessing? Make sure you're becoming the kind of person who can handle it. God is more interested in your growth than your timeline. He's more interested in your obedience than your comfort. He's more interested in your heart than your highlight reel. When the blessing comes, you'll realize it wasn't about what you were waiting for. It was about who you were becoming while you waited. And when the blessing finally shows up, when the door opens, when the thing you've prayed for finally happens, you'll be ready because you didn't skip the work. You didn't shortcut the process. You let God build something real in you. That's the kind of blessing that lasts. And you'll realize the years of work weren't punishment. They were preparation. They were grace. They were protection. So don't rush the blessing. Don't quit in the middle. Don't give up just because it's taking time. Stay faithful, Stay planted, stay obedient. The years of work before the blessing, they matter. They are seen, and they will bear fruit in the right season. Because God never forgets faithfulness.